Hello class and welcome to Advanced Programming in C++ COMS280 Winter Semester 2022. Let me start by stating happy New Year. I wish everyone the best out of this universe to you and your loved ones. Hopefully it'll be a fantastic 2022. Plenty of happiness, health, wealth, knowledge, everything. So wish you really the best of 2022. Thank you for taking the time to watch this orientation video and how to navigate through 280 and the expectations that comes with it. So as you can see right here on the screen, as soon as you logged in, first thing that popped up is announcements. I do use announcements a lot. This is the only way, best way, fastest way for me to get hold of you guys is through announcements. So I do please request that you try to log in at least twice a week before the end of the week, meaning the semester starts on a Saturday. I hope and wish you can log in on Saturday or maximum Sunday. Read the announcement to see what is due for this week, because in the announcements I'll state what you need to complete for this week to have a successful unit, so to complete the proper unit basically. So I'll tell you, hey, you need to complete read chapter 1, chapter 5, chapter 7, whatever. You need to complete exercise X, Y, and Z, and etc. etc. So through the announcements you'll know right away what needs to be completed for the week. So when it comes to the course itself, this is the next level, is the advanced level of CMS 171, your intro to C++. So the idea here is for us to take it to the next level of coding and doing some projects that basically allows you to take your talent to the next level. And that's the goal, the main goal of this course. So the compiler, similar as the other classes that you took, the C# and Python and Intro to C++, will be using Visual Studio. I'll give you the links once again if for some reason you don't have Visual Studio already installed, which I'm assuming it is already available on your computer. So first thing you need to do, please, is to go under Introduction, Discussion Question, and then introduce yourself. Same questions you guys have been using: name, class, why you're taking the class, what's the goal after you complete your degree, and then anything fun, silly, talent, hobby, etc. that you did maybe during winter break or whatever. You can tell us about you. I did mine. You can read it or just ignore it. No big deal at all or whatsoever. Then from there, there's a couple places. One is peer help, where you guys can ask questions about the content. If you're doing a problem, you get stuck, it's to emulate, have similarity as to the face-to-face when we're in the classroom, which unfortunately will be missing from this course. And then current events, you can post anything interesting, articles that you guys read or something that you found out, something that came up about IT in general, nothing specific. So under modules, if you're watching the video, that means you already went to modules. You have your orientation, you have the syllabus, and then you have unit 1. We'll come back to unit 1 in a sec. Let's go ahead and go over the syllabi. Hopefully I had most of you. If you don't know me, I'm Joel. I'll be your instructor for this course. Oops, I have the wrong syllabus here. Let me update the syllabus really quick. I'll be right back. All right, my apology for the small technical difficulty. So, my name is Joel, like I stated. As this course is an online course and we meet we don't meet face to face. However, I have multiple Zoom office hours meetings available. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I will post a different announcement probably by Monday in Blackboard, where you guys can reach me by using a URL for each of the days. So for Monday, you'll have a link that you'll need to use, or if you want to do Wednesday, etc., etc. If none of these times work for you guys and you would like to meet with me, please shoot me an email with different days, or a day or two, and then different times when you're available, and I'll work around your schedule, and then we'll be able to schedule something. If it cannot be done through Zoom for some reason, it can be done through phone. Let me know and I'll call you, if you have a quick questions that I can answer. Now, to shoot me an email, the only request that I have, please remember to put COMS280 in the subject line of your email. The reason is, once I see that, I'll know what class you're referring to, and it is from a student, meaning it's urgent. I have to check it immediately and reply to you immediately, even if I do not have an answer for you. At the moment I receive your email, I will reply with the statement as, I got your message, we'll get back to you shortly. Meaning, have peace of mind, nothing to stress about. If you send me an email with a kind of different subject line, I not in purpose, but I will probably ignore it or miss it or delete it. Why? Because I receive a lot of junk mail every day, and I say a lot, I mean a lot of junk mail. So I do not check them if it's not from my boss, if it's not from my coworkers, if it's not from a student. I'll just ignore it and then don't worry about it at all. So please remember to type in there COMS280, especially weekdays. If you send me an email weekdays, within 24 hours you'll get a reply from me. Weekends, be flexible a little bit with me. I usually check it once or twice during the weekends. But weekdays, it's basically all day, from probably 6, 7 in the morning all the way until probably 6, 7 at night. I'll check it throughout the day. So you should get an answer from me. If you send me an email for whatever reason, or maybe you're using your personal email and then the firewall might just blocks it or something and it goes to junk mail, and you did type CMS 280 in the subject line, please send it again. Keep sending it, keep harassing me until you get an answer from me. Once you do that, once you get an answer, whatever the answer is, then you have peace of mind. You don't have to worry about it. So really the best way to get hold of me is via email. I do check my email all day long. Now, when it comes to attendance, you guys are not rookies, so you've went through this process before. Survey, one question: are you present for the week that you'll have to complete? If you're on financial aid. If you're not on financial aid, you don't have to worry about it at all or whatsoever. If basically the mean you're paying for the class does not require from you to provide attendance, you don't have to worry about this at all. If you're under financial aid, please remember to get it done. It's under modules, and then you'll find it, bottom of each unit. Quick questions. They usually, you guys have done it a zillion times. Take the survey. Yes, I am present for the day. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye. That's it. That's basically it. And you're done for the attendance. Then you'll be able to do it the week after, and then the week after, and etc., etc. Now, as for the course, like I stated, the idea is to take your knowledge of C++ to the next level, to go into deeper content, same of the content topics we saw before, the arrays, the blah blah blah, templates, etc. We've touched on all of this in the intro. We're going into more details with this course, so you'll be doing more advanced basically coding. So the textbook you'll need is C++ programming, program design, including data structure. If you don't have it, you must get it as soon as possible, because everything that you need is from this textbook, related to assignments, related to quizzes. Now, the projects will not be from the book, but you'll be able to refer to the book to get them done. Get an ebook, get a Cengage Unlimited, get whatever format. It does not matter as long as you have it. Course objectives, I'll leave that to you. Please read them and let me know if you have any questions. Same thing for class expectations. The grading idea is that you'll have assessment value of 400 points, and how many assessment it will differ. It all depends. Some weeks you might have some weeks sometimes you will have 3 assignments, like 3 programs to do. Sometimes is only 1, and etc., etc. You'll have projects we'll be completing. You'll have discussion questions, and I'll talk about discussion questions in a minute. And then you'll have a midterm and a final exam. So the tentative calendar, basically the way it will work, we'll start the semester with chapter 4 and 5. So we'll be skipping 1 and 2, 3, which are very basic, that we already reviewed in Introduction to C++, CMS 171. And that's the goal, basically, how we'll be navigating every week. Like, for example, the first couple of weeks, we cover 2 chapters, each time. And then from there, 111, basically the rest of the semester. That's the goal. That's the idea. Now, like I stated, please remember to check announcements, as announcements will tell you what needs to be completed and when do we complete those. Discussion questions, you guys have done them before. This is not your first time. You know the expectations. I'll assign you questions, 1, 2, 3, 4. You need to answer every question assigned to you with one paragraph, minimum 5 full sentences, your own words, and then you provide your source. That's part 1. Part 2, reply to one of your peers just to one question, not all the questions. So you take one of the questions that your peer replied to, so he or she replied to the 3 questions. You select one of their answers, you read it, you add more content, you reply to that with one full paragraph of 5 sentences. So you're adding more content, substantial content. Good job, I agree, well done, I did not know. These will not count. And semester starts on Saturday. You need to post your initial reply before Wednesday of the same week, and then you have to reply to your peer before Thursday. So can you get it done on Saturday? Yeah, sure. Can you get it done by Sunday? Sure. It doesn't really matter. As long as you get it done before the due date, you're just fine. So initial reply, 1 paragraph per question, 5 full sentences plus the source. You need to explain your answer. 2, you reply to one of your peers with 1 paragraph to one of their answers. Only one of the answers to one of the questions, basically. You're not replying to all the questions. And then you'll need to provide 1 full paragraph, 5 full sentences. Late policies, I usually don't accept late work, except if there is an emergency, something happened. Please reach out to me within a week, before the end of the following week. Reach out to me, let me see what can be done, if anything. If it's past that, then 99.99999% it will get denied. So there will not be approval from my boss as to give an extension or accept it for a partial credit, anything like that. Withdrawal policy, NS grade, please read those. Incomplete, usually I don't accept incomplete. However, once again, if there's a special situation, incomplete, you must have 75% of the work done with the passing grade. That's the school policy for it to even review the request itself. Financial aid purposes, please contact Financial Aid Services. If you guys for some reason don't have Visual Studio, you can download it from Microsoft Edge, using your Microsoft Edge, like any browser that you have. Go to Azure, and then Azure will allow you to download that and then use it to download. I think they just added Windows 11, they have Windows 10, Windows Server, and multiple applications. So you can use multiple things that you can download, or you can download the free community version. Here you're downloading the enterprise version. If you don't have access to this for some reason, you can just download the community version, which is just fine. You can go just to Microsoft and download Visual Studio. You can Google it. If you need help with that, just let me know. Academic integrity. The only thing I'll tell you, please do not put me in a situation where plagiarism needs to be reported. I do beg of you, I do please request from you not to put me in that situation. Can you Google stuff? Can you Google questions from assignments and stuff like that? 100% yes. However, do not just copy and paste the code. Read it, find answers, modify it, and create a new code out of it. There is nothing wrong with that as long as it's not just a basic copy paste from the internet. That is pure and simple plagiarism. There's copyrights issues with that. So please do not do that. Can I, Joel, can I go ahead and Google this assignment and then try to find answers online? 100%. Go for it. But like I stated, do not copy and paste from the internet. So that's the only thing I request from you, and I please beg you not to put me in that situation. State of accommodation, if you have any disability, please contact Disability Services. They'll tell you what needs to be done. Get hold of me. I'll work around it and provide you that. If you qualify to any of the titles, please contact the appropriate department. They'll tell you what needs to be done, and then you'll be able to get the accommodation that you are approved for. Tutoring, with COVID, I have no idea if they have tutoring or not. If you need tutoring, please contact Learning Center. They'll be able to see what can be done, if anything, if they can do. However, before even getting there, get hold of me. I'm here to help you out. Send me specific questions where you're stuck on something or you need help with things. Either we meet or either I send you a reply, like more resources, where to look for, and etc. that you can utilize. MCC Care Team, pros here available to provide services to you in case of personal problems, personal matter. It's locked, information locked, meaning privacy secured. They will never share any of your info, not even if the president of MOD asks for it, she will not get it. It's 100% secure, and these guys are super pros. Honor code, possibility system, policies, please read those. COVID statement, we don't meet face to face, so this does not apply to us. However, if you have to go to campus, please follow the proper procedures required by MOD, so like that you are safe and everybody around you is safe. Two things about student responsibilities. I've stated it many times before. I please ask of you to check announcements on a weekly basis, multiple times, especially beginning of the week. Week starts on Saturday or Sunday. Log in really quickly, see the announcement. What do we have to complete for the week, so you know how much time, the expectations that you need to complete the work. Please don't wait until Friday, then you log in, then you have issues, then you send me an email. I'm not going to see it probably until past due date, it's late, and etc. And it becomes a domino effect, and then you're missing work here, you're missing easy points there, and etc. So please check your Canvas account, log in under announcements. It will take you 30 seconds to read what's in there, and you'll be done. Second, check your My email, have access to it. If there's an emergency, I need to get hold of you, I need to request something of you, you have to complete something specific, the best way for me to get hold of you is, and the only way for me, is through your My email. So please make sure to review announcements, to review your email on a weekly basis. Now, as for the syllabus change, possible change, I do not foresee any change to the syllabus at this point. If for some reason it happen, if there is a change, I will update the syllabus. I will post an announcement in Canvas, so you can go ahead and figure it out, what changed, if there's anything to change. Appropriate appearance, responsible behavior, please read that. If you have any question, let me know. And then important dates for the winter semester 2022, and then the link is right here. That's basically for the syllabus. If we go to the units, you guys are familiar with it. You guys took the ones that took 171 with me, same format. You have an overview, objectives, and then activities, what needs to be completed, the exercises recommended for you to complete. Look at the answer key, which will help you hopefully to get ready for the assignments themselves. PowerPoint, as usual, they're useful as they're a summary of the course that you guys can review. Key terms, if you like to use them, very good tool to study for your quizzes. Then here the practice exercises that I told you to review. You can find the code right here for them, and it shows you what the code is, and that's actually the way you turn in your homework. Okay, this is the exact same way you turn in your homework, the usual that you guys did with the class back in 171 when you took it. So what you'll need to do is compile your code. When you compile your code, you take a print screen of the output, you paste that in a Word document. Of course, you'll need to name it. Let's say this one was chapter 4, exercise, programming exercise number 3. So you post your output, okay? Then you copy and paste the code from Visual Studio into the Word document below that. That is how you turn in your work for every single assignment that you're given. That's how you do it. Even if you do when we do projects and there is multiple headers, files, and etc., same thing. You copy and paste the code from the headers file in the Word document, and you turn in the Word document. So right there you can see I have compiled my code, I have an output, and I have my code here available. As you can see, my code does not have comments, and that is done in purpose. I stated it many times when we were in Introduction to C++, comments are critical. I am expecting 100% from you, plenty of comments within your code that will count toward your grade. I need to see comments, even if it's a single line, explaining what you're completing. I am not giving you tips on how to get it done. You guys should be familiar with that by now. That's why you don't see any of it in my code. So another example, output. I compiled my code in Visual Studio. I have a print screen of my output, and I have copied and pasted the code. You can use a single document, even if you are covering 2 chapters, no problem or whatsoever. Now, let's move on to next. What's next? The quiz, the usual. Okay, you'll have, in this case, 10 questions, multiple choice, true, false. I don't think you'll have any short answers. You select those, the proper answer. They're timed. You can only get them done once. And then, bada boom, bada beam, you're done with it. You send it, and that's it. You're good to go. Now, the last part is your assignment that you'll need to complete, the usual. You guys are familiar with this, so it tells you what needs to be completed. Exercise 6 and 20 from chapter 4, 14 and 28 from chapter 5. I expect plenty of comments in your code. I need to see, I must see comments in your code. So what you'll need to do is, like the sample that I showed you, you compile your code, take a print screen of the output, paste it in the Word document, and then take the code from Visual Studio, copy that, and paste it in the Word document below the print screen. And that's pretty much what it is. So resources to complete this textbook and C++.com. You'll be able to find stuff about both chapters, exercises that you can complete. And then finally, what you'll do, you'll just go ahead and upload that into the Dropbox, and then you'll submit that. Simple way to complete the work. Very similar to Introduction to C++, same way that you'll need to complete that. Folks, I cannot emphasize it enough. Please get hold of me as soon as possible if you have difficulties, if you need help, if you're not everything is flowing as easy as possible. My goal is to help you. The ones that have had me before, that grade is not an issue with me. I will help out with your grade as much as I can. I will curve it to the sky. Don't worry about the grade, worry about the knowledge. When I want you to get out of mod with the degree, not just the name, but I want you to also be able to go and get a job anywhere when it comes to you learning the code and learning how to code in general, and learning the techniques and learning the knowledge itself. That's what I want you to focus on. I'm here to assist you in any way or shape possible. Of course, legally done. Whatever I can, I will do in my power to help you to alleviate your stress. I cannot do so. I cannot provide you help if you don't get hold of me. Please give me a chance to help. Please allow me to help if needed, and I'll be more than happy to do so. Once again, Happy New Year. Hopefully everything will go well this year and this semester, and I hope to see you or chat with you at some point during the semester, and have a good one.